Hi everyone, it's Dasher Dave here. So I'm back for another crafty video. This time, what I want to do is I want to make a writing board for this. Not for this, sorry, for this. The Janeybjournal. So, what is a writing board before we start? A writing board is just something that goes behind a page to stop you poking your pen through it when you're writing on it. It's particularly useful for these kind of pages because they're made of like varying thicknesses, and some of them, when they've been coffee or tea dyed, they can be a little bit more brittle. So it's perfect for that. And obviously we're filling up with the amount of things that we've got in here, and like they will eventually, like this, go on a page or somewhere. But for now I just want to make a writing board. Now I've kind of predetermined the kind of size that I want it to be. It might need to be a little wider than I've marked it, but don't worry, these lines you won't see anyway. So I might just make that line a little bit wider. You don't want it too big, you don't want it bigger than your journal, because ideally you'd like to be able to keep it inside and it not be a separate thing. So with an attempt to rub this line out so that I don't get confused, with a rubber that always why do they do that? Like, why do they put a rubber on the end of a pencil that, or an eraser? Well, it depends on what you call it, but in the UK we often call it a rubber, which I realise, is a name for another thing that is totally unrelated. However, an eraser. So why do erasers do that? I guess a decent eraser wouldn't. Oh no, there you go. Decent eraser doesn't. There you go. You live and you learn. Well, you don't live and you learn, do you? Because if I lived and I learnt, I would have done it first time. So you just live. Sometimes you learn, and sometimes it's a gamble. So, yeah. So this is the reason for this being out and about. The reason for these being out and about is because there are some particularly nice images. Now, when you're making a writing board, you can decoupage and you can collage to your heart's content, but on the surface that you're going to write on, it's really much better if you want one solid image. And that's why I've got these out, because these have got some really old-fashioned images, some nice colours, some things that I was looking through, and I've kind of marked some pages because I thought, oh, I quite like that, and that might go in the journal, whatever. So what I'll do first is I'll cut this out so that we can at least, like the dog see the rabbit, that sort of thing. So I just need to use my knife. So, knife, where are you? Can you hear me calling out your name? Oh dear, now I've got Fleetwood Mac in my head, although I've just been listening to Fleetwood Mac. So I'll even shout. Yeah, okay. Was that it? That's it. Found it. It was because I normally put it in like that, so I see that, but I put it in so that the cork was sticking out. So, okay. Right, if you're going to cut anything like this, do not try and cut it in one go. In one go. Can you hear me calling out your name? Yeah, you don't want me singing Fleetwood Mac, do you? I've got to say, my first partner introduced me to Fleetwood Mac. They'd never even been on my radar before. Now, this is when I was 18, so this is it was a bit of a mind blower for me, because I really liked some music that I thought was old fashioned. So I'd never had it in my kind of music, I never had it so that I listened to it with friends because I wanted to look cool. Sorry, just gonna have some water. But I always liked it, so it's always been one of those things that I used to secretly like, and now I'm publicly, getting it out there. Tango in the Night is my favourite album, I will just say. So, just saying. Hashtag just saying. There's not a single song on that album that I don't like. So, anyway, cutting this, okay, metal ruler only. Never cut with a blade, and anything other than metal ruler. Wooden rulers, they slice bits off. Plastic rulers, they tend to slip, and you're going to end up like cutting yourself off. Cutting bits of yourself off. That's what I meant. So anyway, so don't worry about it being perfect. Remember, don't press down. I'm trying to cut the whole thing in one go. It's better to go a few times, cross it. Doesn't matter how many times. You're not in a race, are you? So you're not going for world's fastest greyboard chopper. So just cutting gently, slowly, being careful to catch the same line. I wasn't being careful, and I kind of started there and came down. So your ruler's there to stop you cutting into the bit that you want. So always have your ruler on the side that you want to keep, and then if you do go wrong, then it's only the waste you've cut into. But don't cut into your own waste. that would be bad. So it is a good idea to always cut at an angle. So don't cut like this and cut towards you, because you're more likely to cut yourself. So always have it at a slight angle, so you're cutting and you'll miss your body as you go past. Unless there's somebody sat next to you, in which case you might get them. So, oh well. Shouldn't have been sat there. So, see what I mean? You get a nice edge if you do it slow and steady. Wins the race. So I ham. Oink. I am feeling particularly bunged up today. I believe it's the pollen has started already. So if I keep having to clear my throat, I do apologise, but it's better to be breathing. I will also say I've had my vaccine. So I had my vaccine on Thursday. Now today is the first day when I felt okay. So it's Saturday today. Saturday the something of March, somewhere in the end of March. Alexa, what's the date today?
Today is Saturday the 27th of March.
So it's Saturday the 27th of March. See, I told you it was at the end of March. So it's Saturday the 27th, and I had it on Thursday. Yesterday I felt rough. At the end of Thursday it was okay. I felt, obviously, there was a pain in my arm, which you get from having a vaccine. Are we nearly there? Are we nearly there yet? I feel like kids in a car. I might need to change my blade. What was I saying? So Thursday I had an achy arm. They did it in my left arm because I'm right-handed, and it was like painful, and then it kind of spread through my left side of my body, and it was quite painful, and it stayed on my left side of my body, and then I just felt like a train had hit me yesterday. So, and as far as I'm aware, I haven't been on a railway track, so I don't believe I've been hit by a train. But it just felt like it. Now, although, I say I felt like I've been hit by a train, as I've never been hit by a train, I wouldn't know what it feels like to be hit by a train. And maybe if you have, no, I don't want to know if you've been hit by a train and what you've been doing on a railway line to be hit by a train. Anyway, I'm sure none of my viewers have ever been hit by a train. So, you're all far more sensible than that. So, there we go. So we've got... it doesn't matter if it's perfectly square or not. It's hip to be not square. So anyway, so these are old Reader's Digest magazines which I paid for off eBay about a year ago. I would say probably 18 months even. And I bought them because you get some really funky pictures in them. So actually I saw that. I've just seen one there that I kind of glimpsed at and I hadn't seen before. No. So anyway, the pages that I liked, and the reason why I liked them is they're tonally the right colours. So that would fit nicely. I quite like it. It's got a bit yellow, a bit of green in it. I like that one. Yeah. I like this one again. It's the yellow and green theme. It's the yellow and green theme show. No, please don't sing, Dave. Especially don't make up your own jingles. You know, I haven't got my own jingle yet. He says yet. It's never going to happen. This, I like this because you know it kind of go. I know it's not floral, but you don't want to get too floral. You know, it's like when people have, you know, I apologise if I'm, you know, dissing your taste, but this is not my taste. When you have floral curtains, floral wallpaper, floral carpet or floor covering with, you know, in a bedroom you might have a floral duvet with floral pillowcases. It's like, oh my gosh, that's over the floor. I did once date somebody and I went back to their house and like that's how it looked. It was like, oh my gosh, that's not in there as a page marker. That is just a page that I've cut a bit out of. I guess it was just that. Oh, you didn't tell me, did you? Leave the page marker in, Dave. This, because I liked the back. There weren't many adverts. Well, there were loads of adverts in there, but none of them were like the kind of colours that I wanted. So I liked this. I liked these were like separate ones. So I quite liked that. Although it's quite modern-y. I don't think it really the kind of the essence of it goes, and I quite like that. Okay, so I just need to make a decision. Have we met? Have we ever met? Me making a decision. Please don't take me out for coffee and say, what would you like? And there's a massive list of, you can have full fat, half fat, grande, whatever it is. What is it? Venti, anyway, them. I get like, I don't know. I can't tell you what size I want and what milk I want. And then it comes to, you know, do you want an espresso? Do you want a cappuccino? Do you want a flat white Americano, latte or latte, or depending on who you are and how you say it. So, yeah, can't make a decision. So, we've clarified. Please don't. Or like you have to say to me, you can have this or this. Or you can even say this, this, or this. And then I'll say to you, what are you having? So just so you know. Just in case any of you ever decide to take me out for dinner, or you say, oh, I liked that one. I didn't show you that one either. I liked that. But again, I don't think it kind of goes. I'm kind of leaning towards that or that. That's how I'm leaning. I'm literally leaning now. I don't know what she's doing with that bag. Is she making a cocktail? I don't know why I'm singing. Apparently it plays music as it automatic whistle stop. Oh, it whistles to you when it's, you know, well, I think mine whistles to me when there's something trapped in it. So, all decisions, Dave. Make a decision. I think I'm going to go for this. I think I'm going to go for the Electrolux thing. So, you know, I'm not favouring Electrolux in any way, shape or form. So, it's not because it's Electrolux. It's because I like the image. So, I want to try and get as much of it out as possible without wrecking it. Reykjaviking it. So I quite like that as well. Oh, you see, I didn't know that it was two-sided. No, I'm not going to use that. I'm going to stick with the... Oh, I can't. Oh, dear. Close the book, Dave. That's it. You've lost it now. Where is it? It was definitely in here, wasn't it? Oh, my gosh. Oh. Hello. Welcome to me and my life. It was past this one. I know it was past that. It's on the back of there. I remember that. Is it? Yes, it is. See, what a memory. It's a first. But what a memory. Okay, so what I was looking at is I wanted to see how it was bound. It's bound to be. So if it was like the other one that I had, it was staples that I took the staples out of. And I think this is just... Yeah, I think this is just glued to the spine. So it's going to be more difficult. The other one was great, so I just pulled the staples out and it all kind of came apart. And then I kept the staples because they were rusty. Because I'm like that. That's me. So I'm going to make sure I have an edge to kind of pull against. I'm being gentle because it's old paper. Oh my gosh, look at that. That is like, wow. So it came out in one piece. That's brilliant. Right, okay, where's my board? Does it fit? Oh, it fits. It fits. It fits. So I think, therefore I am. So what, I mean, like, I'm not worried about the sides because the sides can be filled. And like what I'll do is I'll kind of collage the whole of the back and then I'll collage over to this side a little and then put that on. And the reason for it is just having that one solid picture will just give you a smoother surface to write on. If you collage over it, you'll just get those undulations, and like obviously when you write on something that's undulated. So, you know, those tables that you have in offices that have got like fake wood veneer but are actually textured, they're rubbish for writing on because you actually get the texture of the writing. So anyway, you know, hashtag just saying. Yeah, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put that to one side and I'm going to carry on with this part of it. So we're just going to do some decoupaging. So, not decoupaging. What is it, Dave? Collaging. So let's collage together. Now my fingers really ache today. I'm definitely getting, well, I think I'm getting arthritis in the very tip of that finger and the very tip of that one. I don't know why it's those. I won't obviously put the other fingers down and it just be that one because I don't want you to think I'm being offensive towards you. But it's definitely painful. So, and I've also noticed it started to kind of turn. That one is more pronounced that it started to turn that way. So that one started to turn that way. Don't know. Never know. Well, I've never noticed it before. I don't know whether it started to or whether it's something that was already. So I just want to like pull some papers out and start doing some decoupaging. Stop calling it decoupaging, Dave. What is it? What's it called? Somebody told me. What is it? I've just said it. Collaging. There we go. I'm here. I'm back. Guess who's back? Back again. Okay, no, we don't. We've already established Dave don't sing. Especially, I think is that not Slim Shady? I don't think that's really my thing. It's not my bag, man. So, now you've done that. You haven't... Dave, you need to prepare better. Be prepared. Dib, dib, dib. Dob, dob, dob. Anyway, here we go. So, I always... Somebody asked me before why you just used, like, magazines. Well, I just use them as, like, glue pages so that this doesn't get gluey. So that when you flip something over, you know, like I've got just chosen this nice image. And if I put that face down on it, it'd pull up whatever was on the surface. So, it's just my little glue... my gluey thing. The thing on which to glue. So I don't need to do any prep to this. I don't know whether I want to keep the corners or whether I want to kind of just like sand them back. I'm not sure. I mean, they always get dented anyway, but I kind of like that. Just to point out that using a corner chomper on this, it doesn't even fit in the corner chomper, so I don't think it's going to go through it. So it's not like I can just use a corner chomper. I can't even hang the corner chomper back up. There we go. So it's kind of decided itself for me. Now I realise this is all kind of frayed at the edge. Don't worry about it. It's all going to get covered up anyway. So, yeah, so I've been listening to Fleetwood Mac today. I mean, like, I absolutely love Jessie Ware at the moment, but I thought I need to listen to something else because I'm going to, you know, even my Amazon Echo has started to predict that I want to listen to Jessie Ware. When I say play, it comes on. So, yeah, so I thought, oh, okay, I'm gonna, you know, switch it up a bit. Don't like being second guessed by a machine. So, although, you know, I've started to feel like the adverts in my feed, I mean, like the adverts in the feed are definitely being picked up by the kind of things that you say out loud, especially if you've got an Amazon show or Echo or something. They're definitely picking up what you've said. However, I really do think that it's now started to invade my mind because there are things that I've just thought about and then they appear in my feed. So, you know, just saying, you know, what was the thing in Terminator? What was the sky something? Can't remember. It was, anyway. It's really boring, isn't it, watching somebody like just, you know, trying to think about what the, oh, you see, look, this is really blunt now, I've cut this board. This is like, you're going to have to, all right, okay, stand back, get a ground sheet out. Dave's about to like slice something off. I love this box. This was the best thing I ever bought. For this it was, because you just put it in and push it down and pull it out. And now I need the blades. So I have a little box, buy myself these blades all the time. As soon as I get low, I'll buy myself some more. So can't open the pack, Dave. It's like scissors. I think I've had this conversation before. I definitely know I've had this conversation with you. I've had it with you guys before or not. It's like scissors. Why do they always come in a pack that way you require scissors to open them? Yeah. Anyway, be careful pulling those out and pushing them back in again. They are blades and they will poke through the wrapping that they're in. I now need one of these. This is what I need. It doesn't matter whether it's pink or blue or green or yellow or shut up, Dave. You're singing for nothing. So, always make sure that if you are messing around with this blade, that you don't have your fingers anywhere near the blade part of the blade. So, try and keep your fingers the other side of the blade. You need to hold on to the blade. I don't know why I'm telling you how to do this, because you might not have one of these. I'll try and get it in the flat bit so it doesn't roll around. And then that sloped edge has to line up with that sloped edge, and you pop it in there and you push it. You get hold of it and you push it in and it clicks and it's in. So now, fingers crossed, I'll be able to cut this thing. Now we've just had a lesson in how to, oh, like a dream. That was just felt that go through there like a dream. Yeah, cool. There we go. So it's not, I mean, it's, you know, it's not, what is it, hospital corners, but like it'll do. It'll do. So let's get some more things to stick on here. I might need to have a light on as well. Oh, there we go. Sorry if like you've suddenly gone, oh, it's too blind, it's too bright, it's blinding me. But you know, I couldn't see what I was doing. So, although I've just changed a blade, and you're thinking, what? He couldn't see what he was doing. He's just changed a blade. What? So I'm not worried about the white edge because remember we're going to cover it up with things. So I'm going to try and do the edges first, and then, well, because I don't have an answer, just because I said, all right. I just am. So yeah. So I've been. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I listened to Fleetwood Mac today. And I had a right good old sing-along as I was doing it. Didn't have any housework to speak of today, so I did a lot of it last weekend. So like I did a massive, like big clean last weekend, so I didn't have a massive amount to do this week. So, you know, I just gave it a vac round and a bit of a tidy. Well, although, you know, when I say a bit of a tidy, it's definitely not on anybody else's standards. It's only on my standards. Don't come round to my house expecting it to be all, like, all swish and that. Because it isn't going to be. Definitely get that from being perhaps crafty. I've heard that, like, crafty people get away with having messy houses because they plough all their time into crafting. So I'm an artiste is what I say. So if you come round and it's messy and you think, oh, I'd love to tidy this up, carry on, crack on. I'm not stopping you. If you want to tidy my house, you can. In fact, come round, you know, come now. So anyway, you know, it's me that has to live in the place at the end of the day, isn't it? So what does it matter? What harm? So these are little pocket things, but you know, I've been using them for other things, decoupage and all sorts of things anyway. So I will carry on in that vein. So what else have I done? So this week had vaccine, like I say. Been working obviously this week. I've been working. I work every week. I don't know what I'm talking about. Well, I know I don't work every week, do I? Because I have weeks off, and then I tell you I'm on a week off, and then you expect grand things of me, and they don't always happen. So, so anyway, you think I'm going to be doing like loads of videos, and sometimes I'm just like, you know, sometimes I just take a week off, and I think I just want to have my feet up for a week, just where I'm not doing very much. I mean, like I don't really have a massive lie-in because I have to take the dog out. It's not fair I can't really say to him, just hold it in. I'm just going to have a bit of a lie-in. So I kind of have to take him out anyway. So so I don't really have massive lies in. I've calculated though that I need about 8 hours to be able to feel refreshed, chipper, perky, all of the above. So yeah, I think I definitely need 8 hours to feel good. You know, to feel like I can function without, you know, everything going wrong. So I try to get myself 8 hours sleep these days, and 8 hours is fine for the dog. He can last for 8 hours. There we go. Like I say, it's not a hospital corner, but then again, neither are my bed sheets a hospital corner. Neither, either. You say potato and I say potato. Let's call the whole thing off. Yeah. Yeah. Just, yeah. Maybe have that on there. Although I seem to now have a bit of a... oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What am I doing? Am I putting it on there? Shall I put that on there, or shall I put something else on there? I don't know, you know. Because if I know, I'd tell you, but I don't. So, I don't know, and I'm just going to... I don't know why I've suddenly got a Yorkshire accent doing that. No, I think I'm going to put that on there. I just think it needs a bit more colour. I mean, I know that was green, but like, just think, oh, look, you know, you can tell I'm tearing against the grain. This one will tear straight. There you go, because that's where the grain is. So, but I just want to tear some of this white off, and this edge will be straight. Yep. Told you. Told you. So, I wanted to kind of this bit of colour, a pop of colour, because I've got to say this is the most muted I've ever done in craft. I normally do quite punchy, strong colours, so that's the only punchy I do is punchy and strong colours. So I'll pop that on there. Sorry, gone quiet, concentrating. Just realised back in the room, Dave. Oh blimey! I've just clipped my fingers. You know what that does? It summons the dog. So if he comes running, I apologise. Unless he's asleep, because he might be asleep. He might be downstairs sleeping. If he's asleep, he doesn't tend to hear the first click. And he usually comes after the second click, which I'll try not to do another click. Because a snap of my fingers and he appears. So it's funny that honestly, like if I'll call his name and he won't come, but like if I snap my fingers, he does. So he's like a waiter. So although if you don't ever snap your fingers at a waiter, it's the rudest thing that you can possibly do. So and you're probably going to end up with somebody's thumb at the very least in your food. So just saying that, could be worse. Might not be a thumb. Just saying. Just consider yourself warned. So remember this is going to be the back, so we don't worry about how it looks. Well, we want it to look interesting, but we're not worried about the undulations of it. I need some vintage photo. When I say I need it, I don't mean I need it. I mean that I want it. So now I can start getting, a bit more arty-farty now. So, I bought yesterday. Went to there's a shop called B&M in UK. If you're in the UK, you'll probably know it. I went to B&M, and we've got a big B&M that's been built like literally a 5-minute walk from here. Not that I walk. So like literally it's at the end of my road, where the old mill used to be. Well, the mill's still there, it's just they've turned it into apartments. So they've built this B&M, and I went in there and they have some continental chocolate. I don't mean like continental as in like Thornton's continental. I mean things like, I don't know, Butterfingers from America, or and the thing that I bought was a Violet Crunch. No, Violet Crumble they're called. So I'm looking forward to trying that because I love crunchy, and so Cadbury's Crunchy in the UK. I love Cadbury's Crunchy, but I've never tried a Violet Crumble, so or a Violent Crumble either. So never had one of them. So oh yeah, look what arrived through the post today. On Her Majesty's service. That kind of made me, oh no, not jury service. But no, it's not. It's from the Office of National Statistics, because I kind of do a lot of survey things, etc. So anyway, so I did a crime survey thing a few months ago, and they're written to me to say that they're going to give me £10 Amazon vouchers to say thank you. So that's all right. That's all right. Let them. I don't mind. If they're going to send it me, I'm not going to quibble. Oh, no, I just want maybe some. I've just stood on my own. Oh, am I stood on it, or am I rolled over it? I'm rolled over it. And my mic lead. Sorry, if I pulled the camera. It's all attached. Oh, well, let's have some of this on it. Oh, he's here. Hello, you. You come You come to say hello? You going to say hello to everybody? You going to come up and say hello? Worcester? Worcester? Going to come up and say hello? You're right near the mic. You beautiful boy. Can you see him? He's here. So, good boy. You make me smile. You're a beautiful boy. You smell like the sunshine. You smell like you've been lying in the sunshine. Have you? Yes, you have. You're all warm, I can tell. Yeah, I know. It's where the sunshine comes in to the bedroom and he lies on the bed, sunning himself. So, which I don't think he really should, because he's, ginger, after all. So, burned to a crisp. So, anyway, I'm not insinuating that all gingers burn to a crisp. Just saying. I've got a bit of ginger in me as well, because like my dad used to have really almost this colour, orange coloured moustache, and I got a bit of it. I used to have quite an orangey moustache. Unfortunately, it's gone grey now, so such is life. But I never had red hair or anything like that. So, well, not as far as I remember. When you're born, you kind of can have, funny coloured hair. Funny. I don't mean funny coloured. I don't mean it's funny coloured. I mean like you can have different hair to the way that you are now. So, like radically different. Some people go from being jet black to blonde, and vice versa. So. Anyway, Dave, shut up. You know nothing about children, so stop talking. You're out of your depth now. So as I know nothing about children, we'll move on from that subject, because, as I say, I know nothing about children. What else do I want? I want another bit of greeny colour or something that's going to add some depth. Oh, quite like that. What's that? That's not really green though, is it? No, it's not green, Dave. It's not what you were looking for. Oh, here's some of this. It's got some yellow on it. I like this with the line through it as well. Although I'm going to tear maybe that bit of that off. Yeah, quite like that. Quite like the shape of that. That's fine. This is the problem. It ends up being very placey sometimes, because that's how my brain is working at the time. So other times it can be quite organic, and other times it can be very placey. So I don't mean place as in a fish. I mean as in the way that I placed something. So I don't know what I'm talking about. You just carry on. Just, let's just pretend between the two of us, or, well, hopefully there's more than two of us, but, let's just pretend that me and you watching this now, we pretend that I know what I'm talking about, alright? I know I don't, but, let's just pretend we did. Oh, by the way, if you were, hopefully you didn't have any earphones in when Worcester came in and snuffled right against the microphone, because that would have, probably burst an eardrum. So apologies if you've lost an eardrum now. It wasn't my fault. It was Worcester's. Blame him. So Dave. So what's might put a bit of that on. Don't know. Might put a little bit over there actually. Don't know why I'm speaking like that. Because I am. So what else? What else did I do this week? Not a lot. Me and the chap that I went on a date with are still talking, so we said about going for another date, but we might it might just be when lockdown has kind of gone, because I think as of Monday, the stay-at-home order finishes, which means that you don't have to work from home if you can't. I can't remember what it was. If you can work from home, then you should. I think that's the way it was. But that order has kind of like will be reprieved. But I don't know what the what the next steps are. Other than that, I know that I think on the 12th of April that shops and I don't know whether it's restaurants, but shops, non-essential shops, will be able to open from the 12th of April. So anyway, we'll see, won't we? So I might stick that on there because it just adds a bit more interest. Yeah, go on then, do it, Dave. Don't talk about it, just get it done. Right, when you're gluing tissue paper, be careful, because the more sodden it gets, the harder it is to manoeuvre. And now I've stuck it down, I might not even be able to get it back up again. So gently peel, peely, peely, peely. There we go, got it off. So I think something like that. Now it's probably just going to find its own placing rather than me placing it. Okay, and I'm going to just wrap that bit round there, making sure, because it's the edge, we're going to make sure it glues properly, and then round to here and just smooth that off. Yes, I like that. It adds a certain je ne sais quoi. Not that I know any other French, just je ne sais quoi. It's all that you're going to get. So, oh look, it's the raspberry stuff. It's like my signature now. It's become the thing that I put on everything. So again, I doff my hat to Christina for sending it to me, because you've literally changed my life with this. As you can see, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So I've just lent on that, and it's all gluey and like it's stuck to my sleeve. So let's get rid of that for now. Just gonna edge all of this. So yeah, work's been work. It's a lot to do at the moment. I say there's a lot to do at the moment. There's a lot to do every moment. So it's just there's a lot to do. Full stop. But I've got. I think I told you that I got one of my members of staff back from furlough. So that's nice. It's nice to have her back. I think she's glad to be back as well. So I think because she's got 2 young kids. I think being at home all the time with the kids was driving them out. So. So yeah, and we've got plans for how we're gonna go forward with as the lockdown releases. Fingers crossed it all works. Can't cross my fingers like I used to be able to cross my fingers. That's age for you. I smash. I definitely think that having the vaccine will help us, but I don't know how. I can understand them like putting that. They're kind of going to stop us from travelling abroad, and I can understand that because we can pick up new variants, etc., and bring them back. We can even take things with us that other people aren't protected against. So. I might put a little bit of that on. I don't like to use too much of this because I think this is the only sheet of this I've got now. That's because I used it so much before. Let's tear these bits out. I might not use it, but torn it out anyway. So I think that's just too blousy. Did I use that one? I've used that one, haven't I? I could keep it out. Might use some more. I'll do some more here. I don't know. It's got some of the colours in it, so I don't see why not. Yeah, that noise again. ASMR crafting. So I like a sponge. Now you know I like to use a brush. I like a brush when I'm putting it down and kind of catching the edge. If I'm doing something like this, I like a brush because it just gets the edge nicely. It's so much harder to do with a brush. So I don't know whether I've just like explained that properly or I used the wrong words in the wrong places and it all came out wrong. Who knows? I shall have it. Might have it there. Have that bit over the edge. It's all over the edge. So that page is really sticky now. See if I can find a page that isn't already stuck down. If it's already stuck down, it's going in the bin. Oh no, there you go. I can do that. You know, I might as well like get it all gluey before they recycle it. So, better than getting me gluey. So, and what else I've been doing or work? I've said about work. Weather's it was getting better. You know, like when it does that disappointing thing where it gets starting to get really nice, and then all of a sudden it gets cold again. So yeah, it was starting to get really like very spring-like. You know, I mean it is spring, but very spring-like, as in the temperature starting to get warmer and that sort of thing, and you could start to feel a bit like you didn't have to wear quite so many clothes. I mean, obviously you still have to wear clothes, you know. But you don't live in a nudist colony, yeah, that you don't live there, so you're still going to have to wear clothes. However, you don't have to wear so many, and that's always nicer when you're not having to. I don't think that goes. It's so much nicer when you're not having to, you know, have layers and layers and layers. I get so uncomfortable with layers and layers and layers. Oh, I like that. Don't know whether it's because it's black in the background. Probably not. Too sharp, too severe. Put a bit more of this on, but let's put some book page on. So yeah, so the weather kind of got nice and then started to get cold again. It's still nice, don't get me wrong. It's still like, you know, it rains and then it clears up and it dries out really quickly because it's not sodden, but it's still just not cricket. It's just not it's not fully spring yet. I think it's a bit early, to be fair, and you know, it's only the end of March. You know, spring kind of lasts well into May, so anyway, it's better than it has been, and hopefully no more snow. I love snow. Don't get me wrong, I love snow, but I'm kind of a bit over it now. We've seen enough bad weather for this year. Let's get some nice stuff going. So, yeah, I like that bit. Let's put that out of the way because it's going to get messy otherwise. Maybe have just a bit of brown paper. This is an old envelope. By old, I mean it's probably about 20 years old. It had some of my certificates in it, and I found it, and I've moved the certificates, and I thought, I really like that envelope. I'm going to keep it because it's kind of gone, it's lost that shininess to it, and it's got a bit of a texture to it now. So I've created my own ephemera. So, like genuine ephemera, not like faux aged. It's real aged. It's like me. I am ephemera. I am real aged. So, like that. I think any of the book pages and stuff, I might put a bit of that over the top, but we'll see. We'll see what it looks like and see how I feel about it. So, I have no idea how long the video is. How long the video is. Make sure you cover it all up, Dave. Where's my card? It's there. It's there. So, put that on there. Maybe some more of this. Maybe it's because oh, don't sing that every time you say maybe. There must be more songs with maybe in it. In it. There we go. How rude was that? Just tear it, Dave. Just tear it the other way. Tear a bit off there. Is it too? No, I don't think it is. I was thinking, is it too samey, matchy, but I don't think it is. And it doesn't have to be the right way up. There's no right way up. There's a bit there, but I can cover that with something. Yeah, do that. Get rid of the bits that you've just torn off, Dave. Put them straight in the bin. Straight in the bin, Dave. Straight in the bin. I've stopped keeping tiny bits. I used to keep tiny bits and think, might use that in a journal. Might use that, when I'm decoupaging. No, just get rid of it. If it's really tiny, get rid of it. And even sometimes I get rid of some bigger pieces because I've got that much now. Oh, Dave, you didn't edge it. So now you're going to have to have sticky fingers while you do it. So it's alright, you made your own bed, you're going to have to lie in it now. So you will do these crazy harebrained things. So what do you expect? Anyway, I'm telling myself off, so just in case you're wondering who I'm talking to and what I'm talking about, I'm telling myself off. As I do. Right, okay, is it still sticky enough to stick? It's sticky, but is it sticky enough to stick? Yeah. I'll stick that around there. Smooth it off. Make sure the edge is nice. Yep, and I think I'm going to have something there. Well, I think I'm going to have something there. I'm definitely going to have something there, but what am I going to have is the other thing. So, what else have I got? Let's see what I've got in the steady. What else do I have in here that might be the perfect thing to stick on there? A bit of pink paper, is that too much? Is it too... I don't think so. Tear a bit of this out. Bit of that on there. I don't think that's bad. Edge this, make it look a bit more, a bit older, a bit wiser. Maybe take some of the pinkiness out of it by just going over it a bit. Oh yeah, that's better. Yeah, I think it was too pink. It was. So how I describe colours. No wonder they don't like me in DIY stores. Let's do it that way. There we go. So that's nice. I might put some more of this on it, and I might put that over there. But I'll see what we've got. Should we have a bird? Bird, bird, bird. Bird is the word. I want that bit. I want the bird all just torn his beak off. Oh well. That's torn his beak off, hasn't it? Sounds like a euphemism for getting somebody to shut up. Tear it down there. Get rid of that. If I put that maybe on there. Just tear some of this back so it's not quite so white edgy. And I'll probably colour it as well. Yeah, put a bit of this on it just to take away that whitiness. It's just because it just like sticks out like a sore thumb. I think I don't know. It just seems to be the brown seems to blend in better. I don't know what it is. It just is. So it looks better. It's a personal taste, personal preference. That's all it is. Right. That might be a bit sticky, that background, because if I try and put that face down, it's all going to stick to each other. So is there a clean bit? No. Get a new glue book, Dave. Call in the new guns. This is the new glue book. These Shine magazines we get at work. And they never get, like... Well, they do. They get given out, but they don't all go out. So, like, we're left with, like, you know, loads of them. So I just take them home. So, therefore, I don't know, the over 50s, I think, of which that I'm in that category now. So, I think they're specifically designed for the elderly. So I don't really think that that's just the over 50s. So, oh, there you go. Didn't have to pick it up because it came with me anyway. That doesn't feel like it's got any glue on it. Oh, it might do. Might just be, you know, when you've got sticky fingers and then you try and tell whether something's sticky, you can't tell. It's like when you've got wet hands, you can't tell whether something is wet. So, oh, I like that. Right, just catch that edge again and then make sure it goes over the other side. Cool. Okay. Yep, I like that. So that's the back of the writing board, and now we've got this side. So let's just pull that advert in again. So we want to we need a little bit more up here where you can see the shape of this thing. So it needs to come down a bit more, and we need something over this white edge, and we should be okay. So a little bit up there and a little bit down there. So whatever we do, it doesn't matter. I could put something over the top of this, the white bit. Maybe put that on there. I don't know whether that will cover the whole thing up. Let's just try that again, Dave. Pull it back in. Maybe I want to colour the background first. It's coming with me because I've got sticky fingers. Okay, do that and then put that over the top. Would that be enough for one's taste? It doesn't cover that bit there. I could put some... Right, okay. I'm such a perfectionist when it comes to this. Honestly, talk about do your own editing. Oh, I didn't put any of that on it, did I? I did say I wasn't sure. No, it's not. It isn't right. It isn't right. Get rid of it, Dave. Stop thinking about it. It's gone. It's gone. It's not there anymore. There. It's not there anymore. I don't want that bit. If I have that bit, I don't have to cover the rest of it. Or I could go that way. I don't know. Just do something, Dave. You don't want a 4-hour video of watching me kind of just placing one piece of paper, so I'll just oh, next door's kids are out. You can hear them screaming, so It's nice when they get to go out and play. I'm sure it must be horrible being all cooped up in the house, etc. Although they do go on adventures and things. They are a lovely family for that. They do like to go out and do stuff. So they go walking a lot, and they go on an adventure type thing. So hopefully they haven't been too bored. And the kids are back at school, I believe. Oh no, they are. I think they're all back at school. Oh, that's the bit that I wasn't sure about. Do I want to just wrap it round a bit? I think I need a bigger bit. I think that's what my problem is. I need a bigger piece. Because I don't have enough to wrap round the back. And it looks too... Oh, Dave. It's too staged. This is the problem when your fingers are sticky and you end up ripping the things that you want. I've torn that now and I'm not happy. Not happy about that. Because my hands are so sticky. I can't, I can't have a straight edge at the bottom. It looks too staged for me. So, it doesn't matter whether I'm doing it organically or whether my mind is like working a different way. I still can't have a straight edge. So, maybe take that. Maybe have that there. And have it kind of wrapped round to here. Yeah. He's got a plan now, he's happy. So, Brian, I shall So, I shall be picking him up from work tonight, and he is going to come here, and we are going to have, I believe we're going to have tea together, or dinner, or whatever you call it, and wherever you are, supper, whatever. I think I've always called it tea. I know it's definitely a thing for up here in Yorkshire. They definitely call it tea up here. I'm gonna have me tea. That's not just a drink of tea. It's a meal. So but as far as I'm aware, I've always called it tea, even when I lived back down south. So when I lived in Coventry. Well, from Coventry. I don't know. I think Coventrians call it tea. So yeah, okay. Let's put that on there. And then we want something up there, don't we? So what do we want up there? Maybe just a bit of green. Just a bit green, something green. A bit of green. Maybe a bit of this. Dave, it better be big enough now. You've torn it so small. Put that up there. Like that. Will that cover it? Where is it? Oh. I'll cover that bit, but that isn't covering is there. I'll stick that on anyway. Not going to worry about this edge because you're not going to see it. Just glue this bit on. Pick it up, Dave. Not quite glued there. And then we need something over here. Maybe that's where that goes. Maybe it is. Okay, let's stick that on there and see. Oh, it's very sticky on that bit. Never get it up. Didn't colour it, did I? Oh well. Pop that on there. Might go over it a little bit with a don't go over it too much though, because otherwise you'll end up pulling it back up again. And hopefully that will now fit in there. It does. Hurrah, it does. Right. Just that plain edge. Everything else has got something on it, and you see how it's just plain here. And I don't know. It's kind of like no, is what I can hear in my head. So I just tore some of this off, didn't I? And then put the rest of it in the bin. Maybe that's what I need. Maybe I just need that on there. Just a something. Don't put that back in the bin, Dave, because it doesn't go there. Let's just ink that off a bit. And I think I'm just going to stick this on there. So those tiny bits of scraps that I said I'm now going to throw away, my brain will be like, oh, see how useful it was. You should have kept those. You know, those are the ones that you threw away. You should have kept those. That's how my brain will be. Oh well, they've gone. They've gone forever. They're no longer here. So, okay. See, look, you don't see very much of it, but it just kind of, I just feel better about it. Okay, I'm happy. I think that's where it's going to go. So, right, what do I need? I need a clean page, because I don't want to put this face down on there, for obvious reasons. And then, we're going to glue that side of it. And we're going to stick it down. So I was just thinking, what shall I use to stick it down? But I'll use trusty. It works. Don't change it if it doesn't work. Don't change it if it doesn't work. No, change it if it does work. Don't change it if it works, is what I meant. Just going to try and see that I've got... I can't... You know, sometimes you have to lean at a different angle to see where you've been, to see where you need to go, etc. Don't move too much, please. Okay, move too much, please. You see, that's reverse psychology. You tell it to move and it doesn't. Tell it not to and it does. Okay, we've got all of it now. Pretty much. Right, I'm going to put that there. Let's just see where it is. No, slightly. Yeah, that'll do. Might, don't know, it might not be straight, so hang on. Concentration, can you hear it? It's tangible. There we go. Okay, so what I will do is I'll wait until that is fully dry. Yeah, and then I will Mod Podge it. So I'll use some Mod Podge over it, but only when it's dry. And that'll just give it a seal. It'll stop you catching this edge, etc. But I really like that. That's a nice little writing board that will go into our Janey journal. So that we've got somewhere to write on. I'm obviously not. You're probably not going to write on that page, to be fair, because you won't be able to see it if you did. But let's find a blank page. So if you're writing on here, it just means that you've got something firm to write on that doesn't press through your journal. So, Janey B journal writing board done. Now you could on the back have, you could put a little like, I don't know, memo sheet, or you could put pockets and things, but just bear in mind, the more you stick to it, the more bulky it becomes and the less useful it is to write on. So, to write against, I mean. So, that's another thing for the Janey B journal. Yay! We are finished. So, I hope that was, you've enjoyed that. That was, I don't know how long that video was. I might do another one straight after this, but what I'll do is I'll stop it and tidy up and No, I won't tidy up. Don't tell lies, Dave. You're not going to tidy up. So don't tell me lies. Don't tell me sweet little lies. Tell me lies. Please don't tell me lies, Dave, because you're not going to tidy up. You're just going to sit here, pause the video, stop the video, go, I've done that one, and come back and do another one, if you do another one. Anyway, that's it. So just see, this is why I can't lie to you, because I have to explain it in the end. So, anyway, you take care, folks. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've had fun. And I will see you again in another video. You take care. Love you all. You know I love you all, without exception, until you give me a reason not to. So don't give me a reason not to. You take care, folks. Have a great afternoon, evening, morning, or whatever time it is with you. Sending you lots of kisses. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And big crafty hugs. Oh, I'm just hugging out that stress. And you take care. See you soon. Bye. Bye, 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 bye.